Hello everybody, Fan5 here, back with more of my work. Now, first and foremost, I want to apologize for the last video. I didn't realize it went on that long. This one will be shorter, I promise. Where we left off, I was working on the clouds, but I'm not really feeling them, so I'm actually going to delete what I currently got. And, well, I want to take a brush. I'm actually going to change to a different brush style. I already lowered the opacity in the flow to help get it in. Really looking for that feathery texture in the cloud. And with the brush done, I go over to Blur tool, not the erase tool, the blur. Blur up those edges. Make it look nice and smooth. Yeah, that didn't look as nice as I thought it was going to be, so I'm actually going to undo a few steps. Try that again. Okay, I thought this method was going to work. It's all about finding the right brush. Sometimes that can be a lot harder than it looks.
What do you have about urine infection?
Ah, there we go. That's the brush I was meaning to use. Gives a nice little cloudy effect there. And now we can blur out the extra edges and voila! A nice looking cloud there in the scene. So it could be a little bit smoother in the transitions. Now I'm going to add a few more clouds into the scene to give it a bit more life. Also going to make this one a little bit smaller, but all of a sudden now it looks just a little too congested. There's a lot of open space left, but you know, if it really works, then what's the fun in keeping it in?
Hey, Brad.
Distance is also a great thing to look at. Even with something like clouds, you know, making it look like stuff's distant away definitely helps. I want to see what I can do with dropping the flow even more. So look at that. Works out pretty well. Also want to take the eraser and do a little bit of softening as well. Get rid of some of these harsh lines on the sides of them. It looks a lot smoother now than it did. You're supposed to be extending the other way, Secador. Now, we got some nice looking clouds in the scene. We can easily take what's here and copy it down to the next part. We can even shift it a bit if we decide. We don't want to shift it too far.
Motions about the bridge being cut down in front. Looking at the mattress sitting on the porch. I hope he did. That's in the mailbox.
And there we got clouds in the scene. Now, something else we really need to add. This looks pretty flat right now. I'm sure you can all agree to that. We already have a light source right there. Now, in order to do a little bit of additional editing to this, I want to go back to the brush I had. Give some harshness to it, and also increase these back up. I want to take that color. Now I'm going to go ahead and see about going over, but I'm then going to see what happens when I multiply. Nothing. How about when we darken? Still nothing. Darker color. That strategy isn't going to work. So instead, no. Well, that's the reason why. See there? Sand is actually darker. Oh, darn it. Oh, no memento. There we go. Now then. We're going to take a bit of time and do a little bit of a darkening effect on all this. In fact, I think for at least part of it, I'm actually going to go for the softer brush.
Well, maybe it does have 7 of them. On the Hilltop, Rail Avenue again. Court, Park Street, Grove City, oh yeah, Merrifield Place,
This gives a nice little look where it makes it feel like it's actually being hit with the darker lighting. Well, not the darker lighting, but more so just was a part of it. Which actually needs to be corrected before I go much further. This is a crucial part of the process, you know. You find all kinds of issues that you didn't see before.
She walked over and she was making all kinds of motions to the person in the car about the bush being set out right out the front door. She got to the mailbox. Then she went over and tried to push the one in the bedroom window. I thought you did, but I thought you should know that. Then she went to get the car and she went back to the car and walked up to the door, goes into the kitchen there, and she tried to get in there too. But it was the red car.
Oh, this mouse is driving me a bit crazy.
Yeah. I don't know who's the one that was driving the car. I couldn't see her. There was a blonde that got out of the car on the passenger side. It was up there, and then she walked up. Is that a box screen or something you go into it? Well, she walked up and she looked at that and she stuck her head up and hands there and made her just throw her hands in all directions.
Ah, no wonder. There we go. And while I'm at it, make sure that this layer is labeled.
Well, I didn't think so. I thought you told me that everything was coming out, but I thought you should know that it's back over there for 10 minutes. Okay? Okay, John, thanks. Well, they got a ticket. Someone. Over there. Yeah, he don't know who it is that got it, but it doesn't know whether it's the son or the element, but he found out it was delivered there today.
Whoopsie.
Delaware. Uh-huh. It's okay, says we changed everything over there.
Here we have
Okay.
first part of Palo Sand.
Let me know.
Yeah. This is going to be a bit funner because now all the shadows on the other side.
So what are we,
Oh, jeez.
Nothing comes out. Oh.
Of course, a good thing to keep in mind is always perspective. Stuff like this that's behind Palo Sand here should also be shaded because the light is not reaching it.
It's just starting of a callus for that.
I'm a dummy. I started putting shade on the wrong side of the body. But ignoring the obvious pitiful nonsense I was just putting you through. We're getting back on the right track with the shade. Always got to keep in mind where the light source is coming from. If you don't, well, you can easily have some issues. Well, that part is taken care of. But there's still the arms. This arm especially is not going to have much light on it. Because it's facing with the body in its way. So maybe like the tips of the fingers should have the lighting. This one's slightly different. Certain sections of it certainly should, but based on its angle, it's more so gonna have like a downward shade. That might be a little too shifted, so we're gonna go ahead and extend it a little bit. Also, to make sure you spend very careful attention on all these little details like the shovel. This time I decided to go for Palo Santo first because honestly, it has the most shading you have to do. After I get through him, it's probably going to be very quick for the rest. There it is. Let's see though, the angle he's at's going to have a lot more shade on this top part right here. And certain other parts, such as right here, going to be fully shaded in. What the? Well, I've had a nice gentleman on the internet giving me some tips, so soon enough you might be seeing a different video format for this. Let's hope it goes quite well. Frankly, at this point, I'm getting a little bit peeved off at how it's running. Whoops. I wonder how long I've been using the wrong color. Oh well. It still completes the job, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Now then, let's do a comparison, shall we? It could use a little bit extra work. No, of course, with a bigger brush. A bigger, not a smaller. Blame the Butterfingers. A little bit of cleanup on this.
I'm lost. What?
We now get to the last panel, and you know, it becomes a much simpler thing to do. So I had a little scratch on my nose.
I'm trying to protect your back more than it is.
Keep in mind the shading. I get the last part of this here. And this little section here is going to also be shaded because it's hidden behind that. But it doesn't need to be that shaded. Something like that is more appropriate. Nothing. Continuing on with this. Now he's sitting up. We need as much on the shade. Face still gets quite a bit. Gotta work around these shells on his head. But not make it so that it does not match. It's one thing you gotta make sure is, you know, that everything matches where it needs to. And of course, don't forget to do the spaces that are behind the scenes. Now here I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of shading over here. And this also is going to have a bit of shade on it. And there's at least part one of it done. Now we need to get the shovel. Our little shovel knight here. That's too far. And now we have these shapes. Now I need to color it. I meant to get the color of it. Finicky when it's on the video. there needs a little bit more on the borders.
Taxable value is 2015 39.7. Taxes in 2015
Wrong button. And there you have Palossand. Now, I'm sure you guys are all invigorated to see the rest. But again, this is really just a test video for further ones, and, well, you guys will have to tune in to my DeviantArt to see the final product when it finally comes out. I'm going to leave this here, and you guys will have something to look forward to. Till then, this has been Fang and Feigl. I'll see you all again. Well, through the screen. Some point in the future. Till then, out. Of course. This thing likes to make a fool out of me. If I don't do that, no. See you guys.